Today's episode is brought to you by One Arm Dave's Shark Repellent, now 50% off at select retailers. Well, I'm glad I didn't go ahead and cover that back up because last night, while it was raining, there was a lot of water coming through that gap. And that seal at the top is not watertight. I've gone ahead and put more silicone on it, and hopefully this time around when it rains later it does not leak. But I'll keep it uncovered until I can verify that it is not leaking, and hopefully that will avoid any issues with molding or rotting up in there. Well, it's Saturday aboard, and the weather is terrible. We've got high winds and it's about 40 degrees out and raining, on and off raining, I should say. Hopefully it'll clear up later this afternoon, but this is how I spend my days when I'm not sailing. Just small projects like buying stuff like that, watching YouTube channels that are better than mine. Probably gonna do laundry later. Got my holiday cup from Starbucks already. So it's been a year since I bought my boat, and it feels good. I think I'm gonna keep it. And this week I've actually rented a van because my car is in the shop, and I'm taking advantage of that to sell all my stuff while I have a car that can hold it. So that is what I'm trying to do this weekend. Selling everything I have in storage to get rid of the storage, make this permanent. Now, one thing I want to look at while I am not sailing today is the impeller. It's a perfect weather for taking apart the engine because I'm not going out today. I also want to take a look at the belt on my alternator there because I'm seeing a lot of dust come off of that, and that dust can indicate a problem with wear and tear. So I might need to tighten it or loosen it. Probably tighten it. Well, I'm glad I'm trying to get that out today because these little screws are in there tight, and doing this while underway in an emergency situation would probably end up in a bad situation. So doing it now while I'm on the dock and not moving around, a lot easier. So there is the raw water pump. I don't see any damage to any of the blades. In fact, it all looks pretty nice and shiny in there. So we might be okay as is, but I would like to get a backup blade just in case, because if this breaks then the engine overheats and we are dead in the water. So hopefully I can find one at West Marine. If not, I'll have to wait until later this week to get one from the actual marine store. And yeah, got a new impeller kit at West Marine, so pretty pleased with that. I'm going to put that aside though. That is going to be a backup. Right now what I'm working on is getting these brand new brass screws cut down to the proper size because the old ones are terrible and I don't like them, and I got to put them on there, but the ones that Home Depot had are too long to use and they will not fit. So I hate doing this. I'd rather buy, matching parts, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Bought this rubber gasketing material and cutting it out to the proper shape, and then I'll put it back on the pump to make sure that dripping stops. Got the water pump put back together with my brand new Phillips head screws. Before I clean up everything, I'm going to also check the zincs on the heat exchanger. Couldn't think of the word. I'll check the heat exchanger real quick and see how that's doing. So this cylinder here is the heat exchanger. There's a zinc that screws in right there. And I'm going to open up this cap here, and it'll probably dump some water on the ground and into the bilge, to my never-ending bilge. We'll be able to take a look at how it is doing. I'm also going to check the new stuffing box to make sure it is still stuffing, which it looks like it is. Cool. That is what the inside of the heat exchanger looks like. Looks like there is not a lot of zinc left, which may mean it is time to replace. Cool. Yeah, that is pretty Like I was mistaken there is quite a bit of zinc left on that anode. So it doesn't need to be changed out now, but it is good to know that I've got about that much left. I last changed it about probably 6 months ago, so it probably is good for another 3 or 4 months before I change it out completely. Last step is to actually test everything. I'm going to open up the seacock there and look for drips, and then run the engine for a few minutes and see if it is leaking water into the boat, which it should not, but won't know that until we know that. Should probably also check the transmission fluids here while I'm looking at it. Yep, that is fluid. Cool. What else can I check? Can check my flow, make sure that I'm getting water. Now with the engine exposed, I have to jump in. Okay. Like that. Let's take a look here. Well, everything checks out. Gonna start cleaning up my mess. Gotta put the stairs back over here. Gotta put my tools away. Gotta make sure I sweep the floor, make sure there's no dirt or grime, and then go enjoy my Sunday afternoon. Just kidding, I have to work today. It is my laundry day. It is my laundry day. Gonna do my laundry. There is getting blown over to my side of the marina. Kind of makes it gross, but yeah. It's also really cool seeing the water this low, and I get to see all the wildlife down there. One of the perks of this marina is the free laundry closet. Well, bam! That's how I wash my clothing. The temperature right now is around 50 degrees. It's going to drop down to 37 tonight. But the good part about all that is now I've got free refrigeration out here in my cockpit.